I caught my girlfriend sending inappropriate photos to a friend.
Oh, no.
They say he's just a friend, but maybe not. For some context, we have been going through a rough patch in our relationship for the past 5 months. That's a decent amount of time.
Long patch. That's almost a whole garden.
Yeah, right? With the stress of college and work life, things have been strenuous. She's in a nursing program. I'm in a criminology course. Both of our schedules are pretty much full. Yeah. And the spare time we do normally have spent is watching TV shows or playing games we both enjoy. By the way, this comes from guest 142-178-266-3728. And if you submit your own stories, go to the r/OKStorytime subreddit. So our relationship has been going on for 5 years and is long distance. I have always had doubts about the possibility of her cheating, but nevertheless trusted her wholeheartedly.
I mean, nursing, I'm not saying it is the discipline where people cheat most, but everyone else is.
I am just pointing to the numbers.
I'm pointing to the statistics.
Statistics.
Statistically, nurses cheat most.
As Riley loves to pull up.
Riley loves that one.
With the occasional fights happening over small, seemingly insignificant situations, we have had a strained last few months. I knew about her male friend, Strat. What a name.
That's cool.
Who she met online through one of the games they played together.
That's an awesome name.
Right?
Strat.
Yeah.
What's
up, Strat?
I'm a pretty high strat game player.
Big Strat man. I had my worries, but nevertheless, I trusted her. In April of this year, we had a large fight about my brother's girlfriend. I am currently sharing a house with my brother, and his girlfriend is living with us too. I tried to avoid speaking with her, not because of any issue I have with her, but more so that I am too busy and have my attention elsewhere with school and work. I have no interest in having any type of friendly relationship with my brother's girlfriend of 3 months. I mean, all right. Sure, I guess.
Bro, you don't need to convince us.
Yeah.
I swear I'm not into my brother's girlfriend. I swear.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I thought he was just saying like, I'm so busy. I don't got time. I'll have the time to be friendly. Say hello. I could have used that half second to do some more.
I'm in goddamn criminology.
Come on,
crime don't stop, and I don't stop.
You think these criminals are taking time to say hello? No, they're getting right to the task.
Straight to stabbing.
Oh man. So, however, my fiance has been adamant that I have some sort of feelings for her. Aha, see, there we go. Sam was right. This whole argument lasted 2 days and ended with us not speaking for roughly 1 month and long distance at that.
And how long have they been dating?
What was it again?
5 months?
I think it was 5 months. Yeah, I think
5 months.
5 months. You're right.
Bro, 1/5 of your relationship you haven't been talking is crazy. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, man. This is not stable ground.
Well, this was because I told her I do not want to continue an argument with her that's going nowhere near a conclusion that solves the problem. So she's like, great, we won't argue.
Peace.
I'm not going to talk to you. That's hilarious. We both had finals coming up and needed to study and focus on what's important for our future rather than bickering over something so small. Well, yesterday I found out that during the last 5 months of our relationship, she has been seeking emotional support from this guy.
Strat. Not Strat. 5 months.
Big.
So the whole relationship.
5 months. Yep. Big
Dang.
strapping Strat.
Strapping Strat. I mean, he knows the Strat. He knows all the moves to get your girl.
He's a strapping young man.
He has a strap on with a young man.
Oh God, he's strapped on all his emotional intelligence, his heart, and not only that, but also financial support. I.e., she asked him for money and he gave it to her.
That's weird.
This was definitely hurtful to hear, but as it turns out, she also took time spent apart after our fight to push their relationship to a more spicy related side. He was consoling her over a fresh fight, and she felt a self-proclaimed emotional connection with him simply because he sent her a video of him playing the guitar.
Babe, this one's called Wonderwall.
Dude, riddle me this. What is worse? A spicy pic or a video of him singing Wonderwall to her?
Oh, what is she saying back?
You're my Wonderwall.
Oh, that one.
Game over. Game over. That's marriage. She claims to not remember much of what happened, even though it was a month ago, but did remember that she sent him nudie photographs of herself.
Wait, what?
Yep, she remembered that, and that's what she did.
Oh.
She sent him spicy photos
During the month off.
during the month where they didn't talk because he was like, I don't want to argue without a conclusion. So she said bet, and they didn't
Bet.
say anything to each other during that month. Yes.
I like to think that like nothing was actually like they were like, no, we're taking a break for a month. It was just who was gonna not talk for longer.
Yeah, game of chicken.
Yeah.
Game of, that's truly
They
all
both
it was.
lost.
Oh man, she initiated this spicy related encounter, and he was hesitant to reciprocate. As she told me, man, it seems like she's being being honest at least.
Hey, she's giving
She's
OP
like-
the play-by-play.
She's like, yeah, I was just
shooting my
chucking him out. And he's
shots.
like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, here, how about 30 more?
And
Does
then
this
I
change your
ripped
mind?
down his pants, and he was wearing boxer briefs.
Like, well,
And
if
then
you
I
can't,
took that little, like the little hole they have in the front, and ripped that open.
oh
and then
man,
right underneath.
Groundhog Day is here.
Groundhog Day.
I am crushed and hurt that she would sit there and accuse me of having feelings for another woman when I was fully devoted to her and put her in a position where she was the only woman in my life I would speak to outside of work for work reasons and classes for group projects. Projecting. Classic
But you're
projecting.
like, you didn't talk for a month though.
It's true, but it's also like I think what he should have done is like, hey, like, where are we? What
Yeah.
are we? Like,
Yeah. No, I think she definitely did wrong.
yeah.
But
I get a few
I mean,
days.
not talking for a
maybe.
month is crazy.
But like a month is like I would think after a week you'd be like, hey, like
are we okay?
like can we like just figure out what's going on? Like, what are
Oh.
you feeling? Yeah. Also, can we put up a poll? Because I'm just too curious. Wonderwall or D-Pick. The poll is up, so let me know. I'm very curious. I gave a considerable portion of my time and money in order to try and make things work despite the distance, going as far as to pay for all of her trips for us to meet.
wow.
This totaled roughly $10,000
Whoa.
for all expenses accounted for, dates, plane tickets, eating out, etc., etc. Yeah, flying dates.
That's a lot.
That is
That's a lot.
that's it's money. Not to mention the ring I gave her when I proposed. I thought it would be a good idea to use my great-grandmother's engagement ring that was passed down to my mom. I asked my parents' permission and used around $7,000 to redesign it while staying true to the original ring. This money is not included in the trip expenses, so $17,000 total. We're in the hole here. This money was used to resize the ring and to have a large 1-carat diamond set in the ring as a center stone, using the previous significantly smaller diamonds to line the edges of the ring.
Right.
She was so happy and ecstatic to have been proposed to. I think this is the first time I'm realizing they were engaged. Yeah, dude. And it felt as if this was the woman of my dreams. She wanted to be with me, and I am with her. I would lay awake at night thinking of possibilities for a wedding, or honeymoon, our future, everything.
And then it all came crashing down.
All came crashing down. After finding out how she so easily showed her entire body to another man, ruined my view of her. When I asked her for more details, and during the course of our fight over the situation, she told me she did not regret doing it and that she was unsure if she made the right decision choosing me over him. I mean,
do you need another why are we here? Why are we in this relationship? Do you need another reason to stay?
yeah, I at this point, I feel like at first I was like, oh wow, she's being so honest about the pictures. Now I feel like she's like kind of goading him into.
Yeah. I feel like she almost wants him to break up with her so
Yes.
he can go back with Strat.
Strat.
Always with the Strats.
Strat's like, oh, old Strat will strap a ringer on your finger.
Oh yeah, you will. Yeah,
I got you, baby. She was genuinely considering leaving me for another man after all I have done for her. She's not remorseful about her actions, and it makes me think that she would do it again. She has told me that despite her thoughts and feelings, she still chose me as if I should be grateful.
Yeah, that's whack.
Dang. Well, I am torn on whether or not I should put in the effort to continue the relationship. I still love her and honestly feel like I always will, but I'm worried if it's even able to be saved. She says she wants our relationship to continue, but I'm unsure if it's possible. Yes, it was just nudie photographs, but I can't help but wonder if it was anything more. Were there other guys? And hey, OP, even just, nudie photographs, it's okay if you don't like that. That's
enough.
Perfectly, that is enough. That is perfectly okay if you're like, hey, this is not it for me.
It's enough slices!
All of my greatest fears are coming to fruition, and my thoughts formed while overthinking are clouding my head with nihilism. I would greatly appreciate any form of advice from anyone out there. Thank you for taking the time to read my story. Gratefully, SZ23 Mail. Oh, and we have an update that just caused the phone to explode out of my hand. It's so hot and juicy.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like she's trying to hurt him. It feels like this is not a good relationship or has become a bad relationship. They've been together for 5 years, rough patch for 5 months,
dude,
and then a no talking for 1 month, and she was emotionally using this guy's emotional support for 5 months and sending nudie pics for 5 months or just the 1
during
month?
The 1 month. We don't know if it's a whole month,
but
during the 1 month window. Yeah.
I mean, the 1 month window maybe is like, I don't know if they had like an actual break or something. It doesn't sound like they talked about it at all.
Yeah.
Like maybe that's a little bit of a gray area, but the whole like talking for 5 months, it feels like Strat is the guy that started the rough patch, if anything.
Oh yeah. And from only the context we have available for us, they had no discussion about it. They just stopped talking.
Yeah.
And to me, because it wasn't established, it's like, hey, you like, and OP is being, I feel like, pretty cool, but he's like, I know it's just like the nude photos, but it's like, hey dude, like, she kind of did that without, being like, hey, I want a break. You know? Which, I mean.
But I do think they both have room to grow in terms of being good partners to each other.
Yeah. Why didn't he reach out in the month and be like, hey, what are, like,
what's going on?
A thing you should do. But are we ready to get into
this update?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Sorry for the delayed update. No delay over here. I did have to go to work today, and I'm just now getting home to write this update, so enjoy the ride. To answer some questions and maybe provide some more clarity, I will respond to a couple of people, as well as be copying and pasting the entire text story from after our fight, in addition to what we talked about over the phone when I found out. So I guess the first thing to address is people asking how I found out or if I knew about it prior to proposing, if I knew their relationship before this transpired, etc. So yes, I proposed to her a little before they met, a little less than a year ago, a year prior at this point. Thankfully, I do in fact have the ring. So to all of you saying, get the ring back, etc., don't worry. I can keep my family heirloom without ever seeing her again. This is because I jumped the pew-pew a bit on the proposal, and it was sort of out of the blue moment rather than something planned. So I guess he kind of just like, it kind of just came out of him, and he didn't have the ring or the setup or anything, which I guess is good now.
Sometimes you have so much love that you gotta throw out there.
However, it didn't fit, which I already knew, I guess, the ring, and I was in the process of speaking with jewelers on how to go about designing it. The moment was too perfect to pass up. Won't be speaking on it as I don't want to think about it. Either way, she gave me the ring in December 2022 when she came to visit for Christmas, and I asked for the ring back, telling her it was a surprise for her. I was planning to give it to her again for our year anniversary of being engaged at the same spot I proposed to her. That would have been cute. As far as if I knew the guy existed, yes, I did. His strat was to be known. I even expressed my discomfort to her multiple times, as well as calling her out for suspicious behavior. So before the messages, we would normally sleep call every night on FaceTime while watching a TV show. She said she wanted to go shower and was gone for upwards of an hour and a half. Took a long time to get cleaned.
Oh, getting dirty while getting clean, I'm sure.
Doity.
Getting dirty.
Getting sudsy. Following are some messages word for word from the time I called her out. I am Sean, and she is Elizabeth. Opie, tell me the truth or leave me alone. Don't BS me. I'm not cheating on you. Look at what I sent you on TikTok, okay? OP, yeah, I saw it. It's BS. I'm not effing stupid. There's another guy, so tell me the truth. There's no other guy. I was pissed last night, and I was sure that you were going to look at what I posted on TikTok. Of course. So you make me think you're cheating on me. Good idea, ... You weren't saying anything to me like, what the F? Me? Question marks? Her? Question mark? So let's make sure I'm understanding this correctly. Yesterday starts. Everything is fine. I even come home from work on my break to watch a show with you. During which time, Matt, my brother, came in to ask me what I think about a meal that he cooked. He says that Elena, his girlfriend, liked the one made before better, and I agreed because the pasta was overcooked this time. And just because of the comment, that short minute of insignificant conversation, you were upset at me for the rest of the night, not even saying I love you back when I said it to you. Clearly, you were still upset. I went to lay in bed, and you took 2 hours to call me and never talked to me while you were watching the show. Continue to not say I love you when I would say so. Obviously, I did something wrong to upset you, but I don't see it that way. So I hung up, and you thought, you know what? Let me make this TikTok, talk about something another guy did for you that I've never done for you. And you're saying that doing that, making me think you're cheating, is a good idea. So basically,
This is so toxic.
yeah, the
Adding each other on social media
dude.
publicly is so lame.
So to spell out what's happened here, it seems that she made a TikTok talking about Strat and how Strat, I think, like helped her out financially. It was like, oh my God, what a great guy, whatever. To what I believe in response was to him talking to his brother's girlfriend and being like, oh yeah, like I liked this other meal better. Like very, very like neutral, like super platonic, like pasta talk, you know. Yikes.
Yeah, big yikes. This is
Super big
wackadoodle.
yikes. Yeah, I don't know if this relationship is the one to continue with, but we'll see the end of the story.
I don't know what's going. I'm still too hot. I don't know what's going on with the TLDR. It just says expressing gratitude multiple times is a heartfelt way to say thank you to someone for their help. and
Why?
kindness.
Yeah, what is
TLDR bot, who are you listening to?
Dingus bot.
Anywho, and that it's a result of me not responding to you last night, even though you were the one not responding. I don't buy it. I'm positive you were cheating on me with someone else. Don't me. Just tell me the effing truth. Am telling the effing truth. You didn't talk to me last night. You sent me that video as if I did something. I waited for you to call me when I got out of the shower and went to lay on my bed, and you decided to leave the call and didn't even try to talk to me afterwards. And I literally saw you got on TikTok. I made a whole thing literally yesterday telling you how I felt. You reassured me by telling me that it was an insignificant effing convo. And yet for me, I saw it differently. And I know you do like her, so don't pretend. You only talk to Elena, brother's girlfriend, when I'm not around. And that's pretty obvious. Oh, this is exhausting.
This is so exhausting. I do not like this one bit.
Obi says, at 12:30, we finished the episode. I said, okay, bedtime, babe. You said, I'm not tired, but I'll get in bed and watch another episode with you right before I shower. I waited for you to do that and your night routine, which normally takes 15 to 30 minutes. Then you finally joined again after 2 hours. You weren't talking to me at all. Halfway through the show, I went to the bathroom and came back, and you weren't responding even after I said hello for 5 minutes, so I left the call. I effing fell asleep. It took you so long, and then I effing realized you effing left. Like, what did you expect me to just disappear from my phone? What? I didn't even mute myself. Any person, even you, would have known I was sleeping.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm not sure where the whole TikTok video comes to this anyways. Regardless, you never even showed remorse. All you had to say was that it's your fault that you posted that comment. And now I'm letting you know that all I wanted was some sort of apology or explanation. You'll say, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I love you, blah, 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 blah. But it doesn't matter now. You're only saying it because I asked you to. Don't worry. I'll let you get the last word in. But afterwards, you should go study. I'm going to go to bed early. I have to get up at 7 tomorrow for a doctor's appointment.
Are you clicking through?
Oh my God.
What? Is it more of this conversation?
Dude, there's a lot more. It's still okay. It's basically just this until the end of the story.
Is it interesting?
Let's close out. And I think this is just a conversation they've already had. So, by the way, if you love listening to us, oh boy, do I have some news for you. Go to Apple, Spotify, or iHeartRadio and search OK Storytime and binge to your heart's content. 2,000 episodes. That's a lot of good stuff to listen to. But we have the finale of the story here. So
I am invested. I want to know what happens at the end of this story.
Here we go. So this will probably be the end of my story. Thank you all for coming along this crap show ride with me, and thanks for the advice. It helps me kind of justify what I've already been telling myself. If you want another update with like every single message she sent me during those fights. Oh my God, I cannot imagine.
No. Please to God, no.
And you know what? There isn't another update, so the people probably have spoken. Of these fights, I can do so, but not tonight. I'm tired from work and exhausted from what happened. I'm exhausted from just reading your text. I also feel like the update more than answered some of your questions. So thanks again for reading, and have a good life. All who stopped by. Best regards, SZ23 male.
23-year-olds. To be in love and to be 23 again.
You know,
That's a beautiful thing.
your girlfriend making TikToks about handsome men paying their bills and looking strapping.
Yep. Don't we love it?
Don't we love it? But that's the end of that story.
But we got another one coming right up.
We
for
got
you.
another one.
We got another one coming right up. My girlfriend said she quit smoking, but I know she's lying.
Okay.
Maybe you have the smoking gun. So my girlfriend, 24 female, and I, 24 non-binary, have been together for 2.5 years. When we both met, we both vaped pretty consistently. I, however, since childhood, have had a few complications with my lungs. I know, not wise, but I was stupid. And after a few years of doing it on New Year's of 2023, I decided that I wanted to quit.
Hey.
Let's go. I personally really wanted to stop because I knew it wasn't doing me any favors. By the way, this comes from Unique Hero 112. If you want to submit your own stories, go to r/OKStorytime subreddit. So my girlfriend, Layla, fake name, had continued to vape after I quit. And honestly, I really didn't care if she did or not. She's an adult, and until she decided she wanted to quit, then that was a choice that she could continue with. OP's quitting vaping, but she doesn't expect her girlfriend to do so.
Can't control.
Or their girlfriend to do so. Then in April of this year, 2024, I was hospitalized and admitted for 5 days due to a flare-up in my lungs.
Whoa.
I was really cautious for a few weeks about things like vape smoke getting near me because of how reactive my lungs had been. And Layla was incredibly respectful, loving, and awesome during that time, and actively made it her mission to not vape in front of me.
Very good.
Which I know is the bare minimum, but also it was nice to know she was actively being mindful. In June, Layla sat me down and told me that she really wanted to quit vaping because she feared for my health and didn't want to contribute to my lung problem in the long run. That is sweet.
Yes.
I love that. She didn't talk about her quitting journey much, which was fair because I didn't either when I was going through it. To help with the cravings, though, she was chewing on nicotine gum, which seemed to do her good. The longer time passed, the more I noticed she didn't need it.
Okay.
So I feel like she's weaning it off.
This seems great.
I was so proud of her and tried to make sure she knew it all the time. In July, Layla confessed that she was struggling pretty hard mentally. She then had a large breakdown.
Oh.
I spent the weekend comforting and making sure she was okay. But after that, unfortunately, a lot of things started happening. So we couldn't see one another for more than a day or two each week. It was hard, but we managed. Then, fast forward to last night. It was the first time in a while we had been able to hang out, and we were going to be together all weekend. We were sitting on the couch, and I noticed a new pack of 150 nicotine gums on the coffee table.
Oh.
That's a solid pack.
Seems like a lot, but also, I don't know. So
Yeah,
let me know,
how many nicotine gums does one go through in a day? Let us know, chat.
Yes.
I asked her about it because it seemed like 150 was a little excessive.
Okay, there we go.
She'd been doing really well, or at least that's what I thought. She took a moment before confessing that she had been smoking cigs every day since her breakdown. She had been showering every day, washing her hair and all her clothes regularly, and actively hiding it from me. I was so shocked I asked if she would have ever told me, and she said that the only questions I'd been asking her were about vaping, which she had not done. Not smoking.
The
little
old
loophole.
The old loophole.
Oh, I mean, which is worse, vaping or cigarettes?
Oh.
Obviously cigarette.
Yeah, I feel it's like
so.
it feels like, hey, like, babe, I really don't think you should be like watching any porn anymore. You're like, all right, babe, I won't. And then you just start hooking up with prostitutes. And you're like, I'm not watching porn anymore.
Hey, I said I wouldn't do it.
I said I wouldn't do
now-
it. You didn't say not to do this.
Come on.
She's a professional. A working woman. She has a family. I'm putting
Yep.
her through college. And if I had asked, she would have told me. But I had no idea. We had a long talk last night about it. She said that it has been just for me and something that I didn't need to be clued in on, and she likened it to me reading smut. I don't tell her what I'm reading all the time, but I do tell her, and that has to amount to something, right? She talked about how she wanted to quit, hence the gum, because it made her feel gross, but she had just bought a new packet, and she wasn't hurting anyone but herself. So she didn't think it was relevant to bring up, but it isn't the smoking that I am still reeling about. It's the lying.
Mm-hmm.
Which again, like, I think in any relationship, that's actually what matters.
Yeah.
I think like this is, it would be great if she didn't smoke around OP and all that because of the health reasons. But that's like OP never asked her to quit smoking. She like said it of her own volition and then spun up this whole lie about like pretending someone who she's not.
Yeah, well, and correct me if I'm wrong. It seemed like she was like doing good, was off it, but then she had kind of like a break, like an emotional breakdown, as she said, and then that's when she just started like kind of like binging cigarettes. It seems for that.
But
time period.
It's just still the lying.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, like I was gonna say like maybe she just felt like she like let her down or disappointed her with everything, but it never justifies it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, and it's like why, especially about something that it's not like it was an expectation.
Yeah, exactly. I think again, like a trust in a partner is so important. If you start to realize they're lying about small things, you're like, what else are you lying about? It erodes at the trust.
Foundation of everything.
Yeah. I had a short okay story time. I had a situation that happened. I've told you this story.
Yeah,
you know the story I'm about to tell.
Tragic. It is good one to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I was dating this girl, and I'm like, oh, you should buy this like skirt I saw. I think it would look cute on you. And she's like, okay, I'll buy it. And she's like, I just bought it. I'm like, okay, cool. And then a week later, I'm like, did you buy the skirt? And she's like, oh, it's coming. It's in the mail. And a week later, I'm like, did you ever buy that skirt? And she's like, yeah, I did. It's like coming. It's like, you said it was coming like a while ago. And she's like, well, it didn't come. I'm like, did you? I don't know if I believe you bought the skirt. And then later that night, she sends me a badly photoshopped picture of her like buying the skirt, and like the dates changed of when she bought it, and like but she used like Comic Sans instead of like
Comic Sans
Helvetica
strikes again. I'm so
like,
dead.
What the? I was so surprised that she would lie about something so silly that literally meant nothing, and I'm like, hey, like I don't think we could keep seeing each other. Because she had like, this was a relationship where she kind of had lied before. And she's like, you're going to break up over something so small? And I'm like, well, it's not the fact that you didn't buy. I don't care if you bought a skirt. I just cared that you lied about it for weeks.
Yeah. And honestly, that you would lie about something that small. It lends it to believe that there's a lot of other things that could be lies. And
guess what? There was.
Oh, dear.
Actively hiding something this big for me when she knew that I didn't care that she had vaped for a majority of our relationship. I'm still at her place while she is at work, and I don't know what to do about this. I want to confront her properly about my feelings, but I don't want to impose on her choices. How do I confront her about this without making her feel shameful or guilty? What should I do? I love her so much, and it hurts knowing she kept something like this so secret. We have some comments, we have some updates, but I would love to know from chat and from John, like, what do you think about this situation? Is this breakup worthy? Is this, talk about it? Like, what do you think should be done here?
Again, the one thing I'll give her is maybe she felt a lot of shame with with the lung health issues she had, and also like, I guess being in an emotional breakdown, like not being in the right headspace. So I think it's a sit down and basically be like, hey, like we need trust to be the foundation of our relationship. Like it's not about the smoking. It's about the lying. And I want to make sure that like we're on the same page. And like, I do think any time a lie is said, it can put things into question.
Yeah.
So as Taylor at the Lost Toy says in chat, a lie is a lie.
Yeah.
So I think need to talk about that
and
build back the trust.
I think there's a couple ways to go about it. It's one is like, is this lying deep into the relationship? You find if it's like deep and comes out in multiple ways in the relationship, then maybe it's not a relationship that you can build up upon. But if it's just this one thing and it's coming maybe from like guilt and shame, which it sounds like it is,
Yeah.
there might be a path forward where OP can basically be like, hey, like, I know it's hard to quit and I know you went through this tough time, and just know, like, for these things, I'm not going to judge you for this. But I will judge you if you lie to me,
Yeah.
but I will never judge you for telling, well, never, but I will always appreciate the truth rather than a lie.
Yes.
And
We can work with the truth. Can't work
yeah,
with the lie.
exactly.
Yeah.
We can build a relationship upon truth.
Yes.
And so maybe that is like maybe you can assuage some of the guilt feelings that this person is feeling that's causing the lying.
Yeah.
But it's also just like how deep does do the lies go?
Indeed.
But we got some comments.
Oh.
We got some updates.
Oh.
Baby Cakes McGee. Let's get into the comments.
We'll see
So,
it.
comment 1. She needs to want to quit for herself, not anybody else. To me, that is just a white lie, and she just didn't want you to be disappointed in her. If you truly love her, like you say, it shouldn't be that big of a deal. 2, your girlfriend is struggling with being a regular user and substance use in a time of crisis. If that's something that's unacceptable to you, then you'll have to remove yourself from the situation. But in my opinion, this is a health episode which demands empathy and teamwork, not finger pointing. I advise you to stay in her corner on her journey back to better health. And Opie responds, thanks for this. I do want to be in her corner and support her, but I also think I have some residual fears about my health since the incident happened earlier this year. But I am reeling a bit from the shock of it as well, I think. And here's the update.
Oh.
I do think there should be grace given. Like
I think so personally. Yeah.
especially if it's not, the lies haven't worked their way into all of the relationship. If it's this one segmented, like we said, like I think we could build it up, but I think you just closer analysis and work on the relationship is needed.
The example you shared, it kind of makes you put everything into question. This one was like, oh, I see why. I can see how the guilt and shame and the emotional breakdown, like what led you to, do this wrong. And to me, it if I was OP, it would put me in less of a headspace of like, oh, is everything? Oh, there are a ton of other lies. Yeah,
Agreed. But we got an update.
Here we go.
So firstly, thank you to everyone who commented on my post. Some were harsh, but the criticism of my thoughts and actions was a really good wake-up call. Reading the comments that talked about how this is a sign of a true regular user and that I needed to approach this with sympathy and patience were helpful, because I won't lie, I was pretty shocked and a little hurt when I found out she had been actively hiding her smoking from me. I resonated with the comments so much. We sat with a cuppa and had a long chat the night I made the post. It was actually really nice, and I felt good knowing how she felt. The night following was Saturday, and I had my housewarming party for my new apartment. My friends and both my roommates' friends were coming over. I was super excited, and Layla, fake name, came over to mine early to help me set up the party. She helped keep setting up, and then we got ready together. The party started off awesome with about 25 people squashed in my little apartment. That was until 9:30 when Layla went out for a smoke with another girl. I had told Layla prior if she wanted to smoke, she'd need to walk out to the side street next to my apartment because there are some pretty strict smoking rules, but I told her to go ahead. I didn't know the other girl. I had assumed it was a friend of one of my roommates and gave Layla a kiss goodbye before she left. Do we have an ICU?
ICUs, they might be popping up, ladies and gentlemen. Are we putting that in the chat?
Oh, bae. Granted, everyone at this point was a good amount of tipsy, including myself. Layla was gone for 45 minutes. Started to miss her, and a little wasted I was, and sent her a bunch of texts asking when she was coming back. I got no response. So I went into my room, and from the vantage point of my bedroom window, I can see on the end of my small street. And sure enough, I could clearly see Layla and this girl making out against a brick wall. Oh!
And the lies are more.
The lies!
The lies.
The
were
lies! They keep
more.
coming.
Come on.
Oh, man. Okay, like, I see what people were saying in the Reddit comments where it's like, all right, substance users, it's a common habit to lie about the substance because it's a hard thing to get over. And I understand that. Like that, yes, that like, or I don't understand it, but like theoretically, I get that. But if someone's in that position, are they ready for like to come together in a relationship that's supposed to be built on integrity and trust? Or do they really just need to focus on themselves and like figure it out? Like maybe they need to do that not in the context of the relationship and more in the context of themselves, maybe with support from a distance.
Totally could be. You know. Yeah, it's like, and it gave you the benefit of the doubt, and then here we are.
Here
You
we
know,
are.
here we are.
Yeah, I know. I also like. I feel like the comments last one were turning OP's thoughts. You know, they're
Yeah.
like, oh, maybe I should give another chance, and then
Yeah.
bam.
Here we are.
Hannah says, okay, I thought cheating, but wasn't sure. Yeah. Taylor at the Lost says, see, if she could lie small, she could lie big.
That was a big one.
It's a big one. That's a big one. So I shut down and locked myself in the bathroom. I don't know how long I was in there, but when I got out, Layla was back with the other girl. A part of me wanted to cry and scream, but another part of me wanted to deny it ever happened. And so I did that. I drank heaps, party hard, and then everyone left at 1 a.m. But Layla stayed over, so she didn't have to drive. And obviously, she's my girlfriend, right? I won't lie, I was wasted. We had spicy sleep at the party. And when we finished, I told her what I'd seen. She said she had a feeling I'd found out because I'd been acting weird and said that she'd been seeing Zara, fake name, for 3.5 weeks. They met through a mutual friend, and Zara took my girlfriend to the smokers area of the bar the night after Layla's breakdown, and they seemed to click. Layla has been seeing her since. I felt numb. I can't believe I didn't see the signs, and yet I let Layla sleep over, but when I woke up, she was gone the next morning. It's been a few days since, and she hasn't said a single thing, no texts, no calls, and I have no
Dang.
clue what the heck to do. After 2.5 years in this relationship, this is the first time I felt so alone.
Wow.
Are we over? Why did she walk out on me when she's been cheating on me? I know I should break up with her, but I love her so much.
Oh,
Nothing
man.
feels real at the moment, but I thought I would update. And we got some comments and we got some responses from OP. But John,
I mean,
what do you think? Breakup or nah?
I feel like this is breakup because it's like, again, first thing we were like, okay, maybe this isn't indicative of other things. This is clearly like, it feels like there's just no care. There's
Yeah.
just no care here, like,
No care in the
or
world.
concern for like OP's emotional well-being or anything like that. Yeah, I just super whack. Just
So
super,
whack.
super whack.
So whack.
Way that he doesn't even like to smile. Whack!
And we gave her the benefit of the doubt. And I believe someone asked what is the gender of OP. OP is non-binary.
Yes.
So whack, dude. So whack. I do think our thought process was sound.
Yes.
Where
yes.
it's like, hey, this could just be one lie, one moment. But I think this combined with the smooching,
oh yeah, it's so clear. It's, like
so clear.
you will just lie.
You will
in
just
this
lie.
relationship, and there can be no trust. It ain't there.
It ain't there. So we got some comments. Comment 1. She obviously doesn't care about you or the relationship. Even when she hid smoking, she didn't come off as trustworthy. I feel like you should end the relationship and move on. I agree. I feel like at this point, she kind of already did this by not reaching out to you. Sounds like she's been done with the relationship for a minute. I'm sorry you have to go through this. You deserve someone who will actually be upfront and honest about things. If this affects you mentally, I think you should see a therapist. I hope the best for you. And that is where this story ends.
Wow.
Wow.
Benito.
Benito.
Hopefully,
Bendito.
OP went through with it and just focus
I
on
hope
yourself.
So. I hope so. But man, you know what I also hope you go through?
What?
Watching this podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Just search OK Storytime and Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts for more full episodes just like this.
Boom.
Boom. But yeah, wow.
Wow.
Big one. But we got more in store for your.
My girlfriend accused me of cheating because of what my building security told her.
Oh man, building security, exposing people.
Maybe they said you're cheating? Basically, my girlfriend and I have been dating for 2.5 years. We met at a party and hit it off extremely well. We were friends for a bit, but clearly had feelings for one another. So we ended up dating. She gets a bit jealous whenever I talk to girls because she has quote unquote firsthand experience with how flirtatious I am. So naturally, she's a bit iffy about me hanging out with girls. By the way, this comes from Deleted. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So the thing is, I'm a naturally flirtatious guy. I don't do this intentionally, but I am told that I am very attentive, and that makes girls go head over heels for me.
Okay.
Subtle
Okay,
flex, but
bud.
okay. So a lot of times I learn later on that my friends have been trying to get with me. Usually I brush it off and establish strong boundaries in our friendship, Through my actions, I make sure not to let anything happen. I also want to emphasize that when I commit to a relationship, I mean it. Quite frankly, I think cheaters are pathetic and cowardly. If I wanted to date multiple women, I would. However, I love my girlfriend and absolutely enjoy committing my time and love to her. Anyways, on to the issue. I bring my girlfriend to my place often to hang out and whatever. Therefore, my concierge is quite familiar with her. The thing is, recently, my really good friend moved to my city and we've been catching up quite a bit. I usually don't have my friends over at my place, but since we are close, I didn't mind hanging out with her at mine. Of course, I let my girlfriend know whenever she's over. However, 30 minutes ago, my girlfriend stormed into my place and started going crazy, accusing me of cheating and the sorts. I have no clue what's up because last I checked, I wasn't cheating.
I don't know, man. Is there evidence?
Is there evidence? Let's see it. I really want to know what the security guard has here.
All right, let's
I'm
see.
super curious. Yeah, I'm imagining it's like a sitcom scenario where he's like, oh, hey, let me grab this coat. And she's like in front of the coat hanger and there's a security camera in the worst position possible. And it looks like he's like reaching around her to grab her and like bring her in and smooch. But really he's like just looking for his coat.
Yeah. It was the angles, man.
Yes.
It was the angles.
A total, like Friends
Yeah,
Seinfeld's type sitch. Anyway, she goes off about how the concierge told her everything and how I am apparently effing my friend and on about whatever. She ended up leaving and said, we're done.
Oh.
Relationship over.
Oh.
Done.
Dang, that was quick.
That's it.
That was quick.
So what'd you think about that story?
I think
Just kidding.
is that it?
It's not over.
It's not over. I
got
can give my
you.
2 cents.
We have more to the story, ladies and gentlemen, although the relationship may be over. To be honest, I was quite shocked and didn't know what to do, and I was really curious about why she thought I was cheating, despite me explicitly telling her all the times that my friend was going to be over. So I go downstairs and confront the concierge. He tells me that apparently he saw me and my friend being flirty, and that when I came down to drop her to her Uber, she was giggling, laughing, and being touchy.
I didn't realize laughing was a crime.
Lock me up, officer.
Lock me up, Papa.
Laughter is illegal. So he felt something was off. These were his exact words, by the way. So naturally, I got pissed off and I told him that it was none of his business and that he crossed a huge line. Now, the reason that I'm writing this here is because I have no clue what to do. There are so many things racing in my mind and I'm honestly confused. How should I speak to my girlfriend? What should I do about the concierge? Any advice? And we have an edit, but really quick, how should we talk to girlfriend and concierge?
Well, concierge is like definitely overstepping a little bit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wait, where was it? Honeybee 85 says concierge is probably trying to shoot his shot with his girlfriend.
Dude, 100%.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that could be it.
I mean, but it's like, is this girl flirting hella back with him? And also, how far is this flirting going with this girl he's dropping off in an Uber?
Yeah.
Maybe the girlfriend already had some like feelings about this girl, and the fact that the concierge said something just confirmed it.
And Opie said she's like kind of jealous.
Well, yeah, when this guy is being flirty with when he's dropping out girl in an Ubers and being hella flirty with a bunch of people, I would understand being jealous.
Yeah.
But the concierge is definitely being a little nosy. I feel like that like violates concierge protocol. You know?
I think it probably does.
Yeah, it's like priest protocol.
It's like priest. Yeah, exactly. You confess your sins and nothing happens.
There was no booth when he was dropping her off in the Uber. He dropped her off at a door.
It's true.
No
It's
walls.
true. No walls.
But we have more because there is an edit. Wow, didn't expect so many comments, and I really appreciate you all for taking your time to give me advice. I felt quite trashed last night, and I decided to sleep. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next. I think the effects of last night are raining down on me because I felt quite sick to my stomach. It all feels like an elaborate nightmare. This definitely does feel like a fever dream, honestly. For now, I'm going through the advice everyone has so kindly offered and pieced together what I should do. We have an update, but do you think OP should go back after her and try to like see if she'll see a reason?
My suspicion is the concierge was a tipping point.
Yeah.
That that happened, and I feel like the problem that is in this relationship is way deeper than just the concierge.
Yeah.
Because OP admitted at the beginning he's flirtatious.
Yep.
And his girlfriend's jealous.
Yeah.
I don't know. I believe that he's flirtatious. I believe that his girlfriend's jealous, but I feel like it might be because the flirtatiousness is a little bit overboard.
Yeah.
And also, if the concierge is like,
Bro, this guy's putting in work. Like,
Yeah.
other people and girlfriend must also see that same vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, that's such a good point. If a concierge is taking the time out of his day to go and, quite frankly, risk his job to tell this woman, like, it's probably really bad.
It's probably really bad.
Probably really bad.
Yeah.
And he's already acknowledged it. So
Exactly. I don't think necessarily OP did anything.
yeah.
You know, like I feel like the probability of him actually doing something is maybe low. But if it's so flirtatious, like that's still a cross boundary.
Yeah, exactly. Like if he's just schmoozing every single girl he sees, what kind of relationship is that?
Well, exactly.
for
I mean,
his
there needs to
girlfriend?
be, especially if the girlfriend's not okay with it, right?
Yes.
It's like one thing of like, oh, like we have an open flirting rule, and then
Yeah.
that's fine. But
Yeah.
if the girlfriend's not okay with it, then that's not something you should do.
Yes. But Sammy boy, we got an update.
Oh, you know how I love those.
Oh yes.
Plop it in my mouth hole,
Oh,
in my ear hole,
goodness.
in my nose holes.
All the holes.
Let me hear, speak, and breathe story.
Let's go. Straight through the face bones, which is how you hear or something like that.
Oh,
Anyways, update. It seems like she's told a lot of our mutual friends that I cheated on her. Uh-oh. The word is spreading. The smear campaign has begun. A lot of people are messaging me, and some of the messages are scary because they're quite hurtful. Others are curious about my side of the story. I honestly don't know what on earth to do. I feel like trying to explain myself will just fall flat, which, like, honestly, that is a tough position to be explaining yourself. I am panicking quite a bit. Any advice? And we have another update. We're going to dive right into it.
Ooh, baby.
Hi, everyone. I have a couple of questions because things have gotten a lot worse since. So she blocked me on everything after I messaged her to meet up so we can talk about it. Then she went on to tell all of our friends, and everyone seems to know. A lot of them have messaged me with some horrible stuff, and it feels like someone gave the old 1-2 diddly-do to my guts. I mean, for sure, I didn't even cheat, and it makes me want to cry when people just assume that I'm a cheater. I have always thought cheaters were the lowest of the low, and being branded as one hurts a lot. Nonetheless, some of my friends were curious about my side of the story, so I decided to have them over and tell them all about it. My friend who was caught cheating with me is also going to be coming over. Any advice on how to approach this? Because I don't want it to be simply my words against hers. That is true. He does, I mean, and I guess this is the woman he's alleged to be cheating on with, so she has also incentive to clear his name, but it's like she was with the one, his friend who can say like, hey, nothing happened or whatever. But yeah, it's just like when someone just throws that out and you're like trying to explain yourself, you're just
Especially with a past history of like suspicious behavior.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Oh, baby.
Oh, baby. Now, I'm also not sure what to do about the concierge. This dude has single-handedly ruined my life. I mean, I have lost a lot of hope in saving my relationships and just wish this could all end and become normal. I really don't think getting him fired will do any justice. A few of you have recommended suing him for slander. Oh, man. I haven't brought up the situation to my parents. Yeah, it seems a little extreme.
Slander's not going to work, bro.
It's not worth it.
You could maybe get him fired, but I don't think you could sue.
But that, honestly, even at that point, I'm like, what is
What's the
that?
point?
What does that accomplish? You know, I haven't brought the situation up to my parents, but I will do that if nothing improves. What do y'all think? Also, thanks a lot to those who have been gentle and empathetic of my situation. This would be extremely depressing to go through alone. I feel a lot less lonely with your support, and it means an incredible amount to me. I will definitely find a way to repay those few and have you know that you have me if, God forbid, anything happens in your own lives. And we have update number 2 staring us right in the face right now.
Let's hit it.
Let's get into it. So basically, my friends came over and supported me quite a bit. We agreed on some steps that I should take next. Number 1 is block her and all her friends from social media, all in all, just to avoid that friend group. Number 2, do not respond to any social media posts because it'll just add fuel to the flames. Number 3, get in contact with lawyers because one of my friend's dads, a lawyer, said that I have a strong case and I should pursue it.
I can't imagine that's true, but
Wow.
hey, I'm no lawyer.
Dang golly goobers. Furthermore, demand an apology letter from the concierge. I've already spoken with my parents and they have got me in touch with their friends who are lawyers. This is giving daddy's money.
Yeah.
So I will take it from there. Number 4, move out of my building. Even if the concierge is fired, my lease will be ending soon, so it's not too bad. And apart from, which also seems extreme.
Yeah.
Apart from that, my friends just supported me and reassured me that I didn't do anything wrong. Since every single one of you was attacking me for being a flirt, I asked them for their honest opinion on me being a flirt. Apparently, they said they never called me a flirt, but they said they just told me that some girls confided in them that they thought I was being flirty. Which, I
Means
mean,
maybe you were a little bit
which
of
is
flirt.
maybe means you were a flirt.
Maybe a little bit. Hey, you
Yeah.
know, it's like nothing's wrong with being a flirt unless you're in a relationship with someone who doesn't want you to flirt.
Indeed.
You know, which
That's
it
the
sounds like
thing.
you were in.
That is the thing. They wrote that up to the girls reading into things and not me. Nonetheless, I learned I wasn't 100% correct in the way I approached my friendships. A few of my friends brought up some of the points you guys mentioned in the post and said that you guys were spot on with them. They offered me some suggestions on how to work on these points. Hopefully, I won't have any more girlfriends leaving me because of my concierge's actions in the future. Lol. Now, I haven't heard back from my ex yet either. Her friends are just spamming me with stuff, but I haven't replied to them. I don't think I will, and I'll just end up blocking them. I'd like to speak to my ex in the future to get some closure, but it doesn't seem like it will be anytime soon. I'm still in shock because we've been together for nearly 3 years.
Ooh.
That's nearly all of my university life. Sounds like we're dealing with a youngin' here,
Mhm.
which is weird to think about. I thought we were a perfect couple, but I guess not.
Mm-mm.
I also have to say I got quite arrogant / cocky in the past thread. I think maybe this is a reference to all the girls just launching themselves at him like magnets.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry about that. I was just ticked off and overwhelmed. But that was my defense mechanism. I didn't mean to flex that I've been with so many girls or whatever, but I just got a bit annoyed by people constantly saying that I'm intentionally flirting to get attention from them. It's one thing to brush off a comment or two, but when it gets to be 50 plus comments saying the same thing, one starts to get defensive. Regardless, I should have kept my composure and I shouldn't have reacted badly. After all, it was my idea to seek advice from you all. And if you want to seek some mother freaking advice,
Some of the best advice on the internet.
by God, do we have the solution for you? Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, search OK Storytime, 2,000 full episodes of good advice given goofily, learnings and laughs. That's what we have to offer you.
Learnings and laughs. That's nice.
Unlimited content, truly, unless you listen 60 days straight. But we have the finale of the story. Sam, any final thoughts before we dive into this?
I mean, it feels like this relationship is just not going to work.
yeah.
Just in general, even if the concierge didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's something was going to happen.
Yeah.
And this just happened to be this.
It happened to be this.
But let's get into the finale
All
here.
right.
Last night was a bit weird, though. My friends and I went out to a bar and got a bit wasted. On my way home, my cheating friend, she's going to unalive me for calling her that, LMAO, offered to sleep over there to be with me. You want to do that right now?
Ooh.
Is that what you want to do right now?
This is not making you look better,
This is not.
my friend. Not making you look better.
Well,
Oh.
things have happened. OP!
When one door closes, another opens.
Somebody opens.
Someone opens.
She's just pulling a John
What's that?
because his girlfriend broke up with him, and then the girl was like, "Hey, I'll come over."
That referencing
Sorry,
my.
she's just pulling a 13-year-old John.
There we go. Yeah, referencing my 13-year-old story of asking out a girl
Right.
the day she got broken up with.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Sorry. It took me a sec to get there.
You know, John does this all the
You
time.
know, it happens all the time, dude. 13-year-old John was running around. Yeah, dude. OP. I'm sorry. I feel like OP's totally lost me at this point because like I think you got to say like, hey, and the relationship just ended.
Yeah.
Like, okay. Anyways, just had to say I mean, do you feel the same?
I think it's a little soon.
Yeah, a little
He's
soon.
technically in the clear.
Yes.
Technically in the
Legally
clear,
black and white paper. Yes.
but it doesn't look good for the tabloids.
Not good for the tabloids. And listen, the doormen and women on the streets out there are already spread
talking.
the news.
They're
so,
talking.
My goodness. Anyways, however, I told her it was going to be a one-time thing because I don't want to rebound into a relationship or anything. I'm thinking of living the single life now, going to hit the gym harder than ever, destroy school, and get into a master's program in London.
All right, that sounds
Alpha
sick.
brain. Move on and just focus on me. No more girls for a while. Also, I'm not sure if I will be allowed to update you on the concierge situation since we're taking legal action. Oh my goodness.
That's actually crazy though that he's taking legal action against the concierge for saying that he flirted with a girl that he then hooked up with.
Yeah. Dude,
You're not
come
making your
on.
case great.
He's like, Your Honor, I did not flirt with that girl
Yes.
at that moment.
Sir,
It was 2 days later.
yeah, I didn't hook up with her on Tuesday, Your Honor. It was on Wednesday. After the breakup. Yeah, dude, ridiculous. If I am allowed to, though, maybe I'll post what happened. Not too sure, though. And an edit. You lot are right about me being a wienerhead for sleeping with my friend. There you go.
Mhm.
I accept that. It just happened, and that was that. Sorry to disappoint y'all. Edit number 2. I think I've said enough. See you on the flip side.
so cool and sexy and flirtatious.
I can't help just every time I open my mouth, women just fall
Yeah.
at my feet,
Yeah.
head over heels.
Oh, man. But that is where that story ends.
That's it.
Oh. And that episode.
Oh my!
Oh, baby.
Oh.
So, if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you
And see you tomorrow.